So in order to sort out my fence posts, I need to make sure that they are stood up so that when I saw the rotten parts underneath, I use something called a shore. So I'm going to need planks of wood that are going to go at 90 degrees to the post. They're going to be hammered into the ground so that it keeps the post up, even though there's going to be a gap underneath it. It does work, I've done it a few years ago. But in order for me to get enough of these, I need to take to bits a pallet. So this is what I'm doing. As you can see, I've taken some of the pallet to bit already with those, and I'm going to take the rest of them to bit. So I've got long pieces of fairly thin wood so that I'm able to make a shore. And this is going to take a day. So what I'm going to do is, once this is trussed up, got shores on it, and is able to be basically supported at 90 degrees, it will make the fence a lot more stable, and it will give me the opportunity to cut off where the rot is. Stop. So here's the first of the posts. Okay, you can see where one of the nails was, where the backboard, oh sorry, the gravel board was present. I'm going to take that out, saw off at the bottom here, treat it with bitumen or creosote, whatever I'm able to get my hands on. Let's go to the next one. Here's the next one. So as you can see, starting to rot there, but it's got a bit of play, so this needs to be reinforced. The third one, clearly rotten right there, as you can see. It's practically hollow on the inside. This post and the one that I'm going to show you next are the two most rotten. This one's got lots of give on it, and then the last one that I'm going to do is this one here. Okay, fortunately it's actually quite sturdy, but there's a little bit of play anyway, so this is what's going to be reinforced as well. So let's have a look at what I'm going to do. Not digging down, I'll dig all the way around here, dig down as far as I can go. I believe my friend told me it's about 2.5 feet, or certainly 2 foot down that I've got to go. A couple of bricks on below, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to put a support post or a godfather post at the back of it. That's going to stick, not stick, but it's going to be bolted onto here, and that's going to allow this then to be supported at 90 degrees until rapture. Okay, so that's the plan. Let's have a look at how I'm going to put these trusses on and these shores. Let's go to it. So putting the shores up is a two-part task, the first of which is actually getting one of the beams as high up on the board as possible and moving it so that it's in a 90-degree position. Okay, this board, unfortunately, or rather this post, unfortunately, is not at 90 degrees. It's been warped away from the sun, which is sad news. Unfortunately, it still needs doing, so it'll have to be done as is. So the first thing that you do is you drill a hole through the center of your board. Now, what that now allows you to do is you're then able to put a hole through it and then attach it with a nail. Now, it doesn't need to be secure because it's going to move, so that when I get everything right, I can then anchor it properly to the post. So I'm using galvanized nails. These nails fit straight through this, and I can put it in. There we go. I've got a nice bit of area here that can go. And now this will have a bit of rotation, so it's not actually anchored in correctly, but that will do. And then the next part of it will be down here, and then we'll have a look at outside and I'll show you how to do the shores. So I'm going to keep it level with this. Galvanized nail, straight through, straight in. There we go. Like I say, it doesn't need to be all the way through. The reason is because it needs to have a decent amount of movement so that when I connect them, and then drive a stake through it, it will hold itself. That's the theory. But actually, I know it works. Okay, so this part's at 90 degrees. It's as level as I can get it. I've drilled a hole through this bit here. It just requires now a screw to go through so that I can secure it to the base. All right. Okay, now what I will do is I'll go back on the other side of that, hammer those nails in so that it's secure. Once that's done, this can be hammered into the ground with this then attached to it so that it doesn't go anywhere, so that all of it supports one another. Let's see if we can get that to work. Well, after a very long day, it's done. The struts are up. I've pushed the fence back so that it's at 90 degrees. So this strut here is balanced against this strut here, anchored into the ground here. And then all that's needed to be done is just go along where the poles are. And with any amount of luck, that'll be an easy job. Of course it won't, but it should be pretty decent. So what have I done so far? I've cleared behind. I got rid of all the brambles as much as and as best as I could. I've taken the boards off so I can get at the posts. I've looked at the posts. I've taken the gravel boards off. So the gravel boards, some of the feather boards have come off as well, exposing the posts. I've identified which ones are rotten. I've created these struts. So there's actually several bits of wood that I've used from pallets and a variety of other things. And I've just screwed them together and they are anchored. And then the next thing is to start digging all the stone away. Once that's done, I'm then ready to put the Godfather posts in, get the concrete, set it up. Bob's your uncle. So that's phase 2. Take care, stay cool, bye for now.